we are pleased to have you on the most spirited ship of Andaman and Nicobar Command. Life at sea is quite challenging, but I can also assure you it's quite fulfilling and satisfying. Our parent number is Papa 54 and we'd like to proudly call ourselves as the passionate 54s. Jo bhede har chakravyu, Saryu, Saryu.
We are on board the Indian Naval Ship Saryu, just off the Car Nicobar Islands in the Andaman Sea, and we have with us the commanding officer of the ship, Commander Nilesh Athare. Commander Athare, thank you so much. First of all, I need to just appreciate from the whole of our team the complete professionalism and the personal touch that you have given as hosts for over 8-9 days on board, sir.
Amitabh, very warm welcome on board INS Saryu. We are pleased to have you on the most spirited ship of Andaman and Nicobar Command.
Sir, when it's painted all on the ship as well, what is most spirited ship of 2024 actually mean? How is it given?
The most spirited ship, actually over the year, all the ships are observed, they are graded, they are marked for their performance, the resolve and the spirit that they show during various operations. How keenly have they in the taskings that are assigned to them. So a most spirited ship is the one which has shown the maximum enthusiasm, maximum energy and maximum go-getter attitude in the year that has gone by. So that's what reflects the spirit and the enthusiasm of my ship.
Understood, sir. And I mean, congratulations to you and all the sailors on board who provided that commendation. But if you could tell us and our viewers a little bit more about, I mean, I could probably call this your professional baby, your ship.
So INS Saryu is indigenously designed and built naval offshore patrol vessel. In short, we call it NOPV. The ship was commissioned on 21st of January 2013 by then Commander-in-Chief Andaman and Nicobar Command, Air Marshal P.K. Roy. That was commissioned in Goa. So as you see, the ship is a highly combat-worthy and potent platform. We have medium range guns. We have close-in air weapon systems for anti-air defense. We have electronic warfare suites. We have the machinery which is so robust that the ship can sustain 25 knots and above for consistently long period of time. So overall, it's a complete combat-ready package for patrolling the seas.
Again, sir, INS Saryu has a history, and of course, I'm sure we'll be making a lot of more marks in the future as well. But if you can just tell us about the legacy.
As you know, in the Indian Navy, we have a tradition that the ships never die. The legacy and the name goes on. So this you are standing on is the third incarnation of INS Saryu. The first incarnation of it was a seaward defense boat which was decommissioned, that is put out of active service in 1974. The second avatar of this ship was a patrol vessel which was commissioned in 1991. And after 9 years of glorious service, the ship was transferred to Sri Lankan Navy, and you would be quite pleased to know that it is still in active service in the Sri Lankan Navy as SLNS Sayura. I can tell you I will be failing in my duty as the 11th commanding officer of this ship, which is in 12 years commission, if I don't mention about the enthusiasm, the pride and the spirit that I see in the eyes of the veterans or the serving officers which have earlier served on Saryu. When you speak to them, they ooze the pride of having been served on board Saryu. It's not just this Saryu, it's the first avatar, the second avatar, whichever avatar, but they have a connect to the name Saryu.
Again, sir, I mean, you've talked about the role and the capabilities, but if you want to, if I can use a word which would be associated with your forces, the naval force, take a deep dive into the ship's role, capabilities.
INS Saryu, it's, as I've already mentioned, it is a naval offshore patrol vessel. So basically our charter or our role, as you say, would be a multifaceted across the spectrum, covering from ocean surveillance, monitoring of the sea lines of communication, escorting a high value ships, providing offshore oil installations, security to them, and also we are geared up and we are capable of carrying humanitarian assistance and disaster relief. We are also capable and have been pressed into service many a times for the non-combatant evacuation operation. That is, whenever the Indian diaspora on foreign shores needs to be evacuated back to the homeland, that is where we all come in.
And you do, obviously we're standing in the helo deck, so there is that capability as well.
Yes, so we also have ALH, the Advanced Light Helicopter, and the Chetak, which helps us significantly enhance the surveillance and the reach across the oceans. So as part of the ocean surveillance and the monitoring of sea lines of communication that we see, I would like to also bring out that this is the particular role wherein we get to interact much more with the navies of countries in this region. Like we have a coordinated patrol with Royal Navy of Thailand, Singapore, Republic of Singapore Navy, and Indonesian Navy. In fact, in a recently concluded exercise, Singapore, India, Thailand maritime exercise, StratNews 24, which was the 4th edition of the particular exercise, the three navies interacted closely over a period of 4 days and more. 2 days in harbour, wherein we exchanged professional views, professional opinions, got to know each other's operating philosophies, learned each other's culture, interacted with each other closely. And at sea, we undertook many complex naval exercises like complex maneuvers, anti-air firing, weapon firings, all this. So this brings us closer to a joint operation to enhances the interoperability between all of us, and also it helps strengthen the bridges of friendship.
It's been over a week, sir, or 9 days here, and you've seen many aspects of the ship. But a team is only as good as its leader. Can you tell us a little bit more about the team, of course, which you lead, and commanding at sea? How does a layperson understand that?
A very interesting question indeed, Mr. Amitabh. Life at sea is quite challenging, but I can also assure you it's quite fulfilling and satisfying. Leading a team of officers and sailors who are energetic, enthusiastic, passionate, and fully motivated to accomplish the highest level of combat readiness in the duty for sea. My team on board comprises of officers and men from across the country. Even the remotest village that you can find, I can assure you there will be a guy on board belonging to that place. So having all these people on board, it is my duty to lead them, to motivate them, and guide them to do their best and achieve the full potential that they are capable of. And it's quite interesting mix of the people that we have on board, and each person on board is a story, is a history, and is an epic in himself. I must bring you a couple of these inspiring stories. One of my gunnery sailor, he came and told me when I was just having a conversation with him that, sir, I lost my father early, and thereafter it has been my mother who has single-handedly brought me up and made me what I am. I think hats off to the brave lady and the son of hers who has been able to achieve so much with the initial setbacks. I have another sailor from an electrical branch. He has 3 siblings, and all 3 of them are in 3 different services. One in Army, one in Navy, and one in Air Force. I think you can't achieve a better integration than this. Another sailor from the engineering, the ones who work in the machinery, the engineering artificer. You should have seen the gleam in his eyes, the happiness when he came and told me, sir, I am going on leave. We have just built a house. When I was young, I had an ailing father. Financial conditions was really bad. I had nowhere to go. And it is then that I joined the Navy. And then on, now I have been able to ensure education of my two younger brothers. I have been able to build a pakka house for the first time in the village for my family. So these are the moments, these are the passionate instances when you realize and feel that the spectrum and then the vast experience and the inspiring stories that you have on board. And this passion is well reflected in our pennant number. Our pennant number is Papa 54, and we'd like to proudly call ourselves as the passionate 54s. This passion also reflects in our war cry. So I'm sure you must have witnessed a couple of times, whenever we gather together, we inspire each other with our war cry. That is, Jo Bhede Har Chakravyu, Saryu, Saryu.
Thank you, sir. Absolutely appreciate your time, your sharing your experience, your expertise, and of course being perfect host for us. I hope we didn't give you much trouble.
It was my pleasure and the Team Saryu's pleasure to host you.
Honor, sir. Honor, sir. And fair winds, blue skies, and many fathoms under your keel.
Thank you so much.
And for all our viewers, do send us feedback on this interview. You can follow all our social media handles to get the latest articles that we put on our website, or interviews like this with the commanding officer of INS Saryu, Commander Nilesh Athare. This is Amitabh Revi in the Andaman Sea for StratNews Global.